Hi everybody, this is What If Comics, and I'm back. It's been over a week. This is my last show, and as I always start off every show, let's start off with some What If comics. Tonight, I'm going to start with What If number 5. What if Captain America hadn't vanished during World War II? That's cool. You got a little Red Skull. Then you got What If 30? What if Spider-Man's clone lived? Imagine if the clone actually lived. Wouldn't it have been weird? Especially considering he did live. And then down below you got the untold story or tale of the Inhumans. But this is definitely one that I'm surprised that's not worth a lot more money right here. Considering this actually did happen, he came back. So I know I did Spider-Man Part 1, my last video. I was going to do Spider-Man Part 2, but before I do that, I do want to give a plug to Whatnot, and specifically Gotham Thrift Store at Gotham Thrift NY. If you're on Whatnot, look those guys up. They're great. And I did get some cool Whatnot packages. I'm going to share them. I've been doing short videos on some of them. And sometimes you got to take a risk. I took a risk here. Is it worth a ton of money? Nah, not really. But it does look cool. That's Spider-Man number 26. And then once again, it's one of those things you just gotta. You see the bid, and you might be able to win. I won this one. It might not be worth a ton of money, but I think it's cool. Shadow of the Bat number 1, the collector's set. It comes with a bunch of different cool little things there. So got that. And then what they do sometimes on Whatnot is they have free giveaways. I got this as a free giveaway. That's kind of cool. The Adventures of Barry Ween, Boing Genius. And I purchased Superman 265. That was a cool book. 20 cents. The 20-cent book. And then here's another one I purchased. It's Amazing Spider-Man 310. This is a McFarlane cover. And the cool thing about these, I'm not spending a ton of money on these, but they're minor keys. I think this is worth like $30. And I think I paid under 10. And then Amazing Spider-Man 314, once again, a McFarlane cover. And I think this is also a minor key. It's when Peter Parker and Mary Jane get evicted from their homes. And I believe I paid under 10 for that too. And then, well, I told you they have free giveaways. Well, these are free giveaways I got. And this is a McFarlane cover. Amazing Spider-Man Skating on Thin Ice. And then here's another one, Amazing Spider-Man Double Trouble. Number 2. Might not be a huge key, but free is always a good thing. And then I got 2 here. I got Shazam number 2. I love that cover. And Shazam number 4. Once again, really cool cover. And signed here, CC Beck 1973, I believe, or 75. Nope, 73. Sorry about that. And these are all packages I got from Whatnot. And I believe all those books, I paid probably maybe $40 for all of them. And considering some of those were some keys worth, you know, significant amount of money. And I have some more that I didn't even show you guys. A bunch of other Spider-Mans that I got. And they're really good. I tell you, if you haven't gone to Whatnot, I highly recommend checking out the Whatnot site. And so the next thing I'm going to be doing is going back to my Amazing Spider-Man books. And today we're going to go through my Web Spider-Man books. I found my Whatnot packages. I got to show you them. And first, considering I said I'd show you some Web of Spider-Man, let me show you Whatnot package. Web of Spider-Man 86. Minor key, because this is the time when Hobgoblin and the Demon Goblin guy separated. And so there's 2 Hobgoblins. Boom and boom. And then here's another one. Now this, once again, I got this from Whatnot. Amazing Spider-Man 222. And another Web of Spider-Man 19. And again, another Amazing Spider-Man 216. And this is the second appearance of Madam Web. And this is those examples. Yeah, it might not be worth a lot of money, but I don't care. The king size annual number 3 of Spectacular Spider-Man. I just think this looks cool. So, I got it. And then Spectacular Spider-Man number 44. Cool. Like I told you, I don't care. These are all under 10, under 5, some of them. Like, I think this was like $2. Now, keep in mind, you got to pay for shipping and handling, but it's normally not that much. And this one here, I think it's just cool. King size annual, Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. I mean, number 1. Yeah, that's a cool cover. Let's go. And then you got, this is one of my favorite books I got. It's right here. Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Wolverine. Marvel Team Up 117. Let's go. That is just cool. Tell you, you get on the right Whatnot show, you can get some really good deals. And like I said before, Gotham Thrift Show, look them up. They have a great Whatnot show. And they, the last, I think, this past weekend, they were on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and did not stop, ever. It was the craziest thing ever. Okay, this time I will be coming back and we'll be having my Web of Spider-Man books. As promised, I'm back with some Web of Spider-Man. And let's start off this with the Ultimate Web of Spider-Man. Number 1. It is just a cool cover. Numero uno. And then some other ones that I don't know if they're worth a lot, but I just think they're cool covers. Is Oh, yeah. Number 10, we have a Spider-Man. There we go. And then another cool cover. Sorry, let's face the facts. It isn't as cool as the last one, but it's number 15. That's so cool cover. And then this one, for some reason, isn't worth a lot, but I personally think it's cooler than the first cover. Is that one? Look at that beautiful thing. Number 22, Web of Spider-Man. Then you have 26. These are just awesome black Spider-Man covers right there. I mean, let's go. And then 27. I always loved this cover when I grew up. And this is a copy I read a lot. Right here, you can see. But, whatever. And then another awesome black costume. One, number 28. The Statue of Liberty. There he is. Great cover. Then you have the 30th anniversary. 90. I love that gold cover right there. Then you got I'm skipping around a little bit. So I went from 28 to 90, and now I have 117. And now I know what you're wondering. If I have 117, do I have that one? And guess what? To answer your question, yeah, I've got that one. 118, the first solo adventure of the clone. Look at that beautiful thing. That is just gorgeous. It is pretty damn clean on top of it. Then I got 119. Venom versus the Clone. Or Scarlet Spider. Kind of skipping around here. Got 108. I got 113. That's a cool cover. The Gambit there, Black Cat. That's awesome. And I have more Web of Spider-Mans, but these are my favorites. These are the ones I love the most. And so, like all traditions, I'm going to go to some movies. And first, Christopher Nolan movie. One movie that most people don't really watch, unfortunately. It's called The Prestige. Please take a look at that movie. You have Wolverine versus Batman. Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale in The Prestige. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend seeing this movie. Typical Nolan twist ending. Cool stuff. And then my second movie is a classic, Kurt Russell. It is directed by John Carpenter. Is The Thing. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend seeing it. So, there you go. That's my show today. Once again, please go to Whatnot and check out these guys right here. They are great and they have great deals. Most of their auctions, their comics start at $1 and you get really, really good stuff. Okay? Gotham Thrift Shop at Gotham Thrift NY. Check them out on Whatnot.